read a confidential email.
Oh no, she never said that. The cheek.
Talking about phones, do you really need a comedy ringtone? What about food at your desk? It can be very annoying, whether it's smelly or noisy. Also, colleagues chatting away don't exactly help when you're trying to concentrate. Sure. Yeah, I can do it. Well, they'll be nearly done soon. Annoying interruptions aside, recent research has suggested that just the fact of having a colleague working on a different task within your field of vision is enough to slow down your work rate. It's part of our mirror neuron system. Your brain can't help but imagine doing the same task as your neighbour. Let's see what happened with our experiment, open plan versus cubicle culture. How did the workers get on with the questionnaire based on that story they read earlier?
For the reading and comprehension tasks, the closed plan did better, and they did particularly better in those questions that required deeper level of processing, so that were a little bit more difficult to comprehend.
If you've got a closed plan office, will that set up a different sort of dynamic?
Well, in the long run, yes. I think they would miss that bit of human interaction and that high levels of creativity that open plan offices give you.
So our test shows that open plan is not right for everyone. Great if you want to bounce ideas about, not so good if you need to be focused. It would appear that it's really helpful for people to have their own private space where they can do their hard thinking. But it's also really important to be able to communicate with all your colleagues. So on balance, I would rather be out here.
So what do you think, Ricky? I think you might be a bit distracting in an open plan office. I'm not sure you could sort of...
Particularly when I have my Diet Coke break and I take my shirt off.
Yeah.
Because then they all stop and they all look. I hated going open plan. I worked in an office for about 7 years, and the programme the office is based on, you know, my time at the office. But after about 4 years, we went open plan, and I hated it. And something really that we actually put in the office was I built myself an office. I got a desk near a corner, and I put up some box files, and I built a wall, and then I draped this curtain that I found in a theatre workshop, and I made myself like a tent, a wigwam. I mean, it was like a breakdown. But
I'm surprised. I thought you'd like the social aspect.
well, I do. Yeah, I annoyed people all the time, but then I wanted to go back into a private office so they couldn't annoy me back.
Did people realise it was a wigwam? Was it disguised?
Well, it looked,
was it
honestly,
sort of
it looked
obvious?
like some sort of like a womble had made it. But I wanted the privacy. I think you need walls. I think I'd rather have a tiny little office than that open plan thing. But
right, well now look, Sunday, BBC Two, you've got this enormous retrospective of all the first series of The Office.
That's right, yeah.
And comments from you, lots of other people. Is it going to be a treat or is it going to be pretty awful?